I'd like to welcome you all today to my video blog. It is October 18th, 2013, and it's a great day for harvest day. As you can see, sun is shining, corn's ready to be harvested. Just thought I'd give you a little bit of a tour what I do in the fall. I am the combine operator. We actually grow corn and soybeans have been harvested, and so we are now working on the corn. Just give you a little bit of tour about the cab that I have. This is where I spend my time. You can take a look here at some of the controls that I have to take a look at. We've got controls here to handle the lighting of the combine, turning on headlights. Also, of course, your temperature control, environment control, radio, that sort of thing. This next set of warning lights, and there's quite a few there, and this will tell me if there's something wrong with the combine. Warning lights will come up. Probably the most common one that I would see would be like the grain tank full. It will tell me if the tank is full. Probably the other one is the unload auger is on. We try to dump corn as I'm combining at the same time, and so when I turn on the auger, that light will come on, and it will also beep at me to tell me that that auger is on, so we don't accidentally dump corn on the ground, which would not be a good thing. Okay, next thing, I'm just going to move this down here a little bit. We have some other control screens here, kind of give me information, settings, that sort of thing. A little bit hard to see just the way that the screens are set up. But basically, the one I use most often is my speed. I try to maintain a certain consistent speed going through the field. This is our yield monitor. Now, this is kind of old school. This isn't the most updated, but I guess for us, it gives us what's most important. Gives us kind of yield information. It will tell us how dry the corn is, because you need to have dry corn to store it so it does not spoil. It tells me the field I'm in and also the corn variety that I'm picking. All this information is stored on a card, and that card I can actually load onto my computer. I can print reports and I can print maps that will kind of tell us like yields, where the yields are on the different fields. It's a great management tool. We can take a look at that to see if we have some problem areas, things that we may want to change. Down here is kind of the control center. This is really where I spend most of my time working, the controls of the combine. First settings are here. This is for like the head control. Right now you can see our corn head is down here. I can actually pick 8 rows at a time. And so when I'm picking, of course, I want that head to be down closer to the ground. So this will actually set that head down to that position. When I come to the end of the field, I want to raise the head, and that one is actually my number 1, and that will bring that up. Okay, next one that I will use fairly often is, of course, the auger. So when my grain tank is getting near full, I will press that, and as you will see, I'll just kind of bring this over here. You will see the auger come out to the side of the combine, and then I can adjust that auger to be in the position that I need it to be to dump that corn in the grain cart. Okay, and so when I'm ready to start unloading, I come back to my little control panel here, and I will press this yellow button right here. It's like a toggle switch. I press it once, turns it on, press it again, turns it off. Okay, when I'm done and my grain tank is empty, if I want to fold back the auger, then I just press this, and that will fold it back in there. As far as the other couple of controls, I don't use those a lot. Again, it just kind of gives you more manual control over your head, whether it moves up or whether it moves down. Okay, the other set of controls I use are right here. We have 2 little switches right here. The first one actually turns on the separator. That's the internal mechanism that actually separates the kernels of corn from the corn cob, and of course then puts it into the grain tank. And then the other one actually turns on the corn head, which is down here. Okay, and then the other one that I do is kind of the speed. Right now I have it idling, so it's on actually the lowest setting. And then when I'm ready to go in the field, I'll actually push that button and hit the rabbit there, which will give me the fastest speed. The rest of these controls are just to set up the combine the way that it needs to be set up to do the best job possible. Normally when you set this up at the beginning of the season, there's really not too many changes that need to be made. Okay, and then of course one of the more important things, and I say that kind of jokingly, we have the cup holder and of course my adapter for my phone. So social media, I still have access to that and my phone when I'm out here in the field. So no excuses, right? Okay, so that's kind of just a really brief tour. I think right now what I will do is I'll just start up the combine, because right now it's just idling. First thing I'm going to do is turn on the separator motor. I'll turn that on, and then I will turn on the head, the corn head itself, and then I turn up the speed. And that. So you probably heard the warning light. The warning light says that I don't have the head or the separator going as fast as that it needs to. So if we take a look down here, you'll be able to see the header. It is actually moving. And we'll go ahead and I'll just start kind of going down the field just very slowly to kind of get an idea that this is my view out here in the field. So it can kind of put you a little bit, kind of lull you a little bit. You see the same thing over and over. In fact, I make my joke is that when I have my grandkids out here, you know, they last about 1 or 2 rounds, and then the next thing I see, they're drifting off to sleep. And as you can see, I do have a buddy seat sitting next to me, and that's where they sit. And I have a little blanket that I bring along with, because if they're sitting with me, it's not long, and all of a sudden they're falling asleep. So I think with that, I'm going to get ahead and I'm going to start combining, and we're going to be ready to finish this field. So I wish you all a happy day today, and if you are out harvesting, have a safe harvest. One way that we try to improve our efficiency is to dump our corn directly into the grain cart from the combine as we're driving it through the field. This is quite a time savings. Some of the newer technology that we are using is what we call a chopping corn head, and as you can see, it actually chops the stalks as we're going through the field. There's knives underneath that corn head and absolutely pulverizes the corn stalks. In prior years, we used to have a tractor, a person to run the tractor, and a stalk chopper. Now we can do this all in one step as we harvest. And as you can see, it does a really nice job. Thank you for joining me today on my tour of my combine. If you have any questions or any comments, please be sure to make those on my blog.